That Kelowna is the home of the sleeves. You'll be seeing those all summer.
Well, guess what? I'll be having them soon. I'm getting full sleeves.
You need every character on the Jay and Dan Show on your sleeve.
That means I'll have a tattoo of camera guy Glenn, Hound Dog, your full body. I'll just get it tattooed on my body. That would be very
It would
weird.
show the, and then do it life size so you could show the comparison. So I'd be up to like your nipples.
Because people always come up to me and say, well, you're taller than I thought. How tall is Dan? And I'd be like, I'll show you. And I'd take my shirt off. That'd be weird.
Yeah.
Hey, Wimbledon.
Yeah. Milos.
Hey, he looks pretty good.
He's looking great playing a guy. This sounds like a made-up name almost.
Oh, what's that?
Mackenzie McDonald.
Oh, yeah, that's made up.
Roundage up 4-1 in the first. McDonald, American, chases down the lob. Hits the tweener. And then strong forehand. McDonald playing in just his third Grand Slam. First Wimbledon. Playing Raonic for the first time. Raonic serving for the set. Goes to the serve and volley. Raonic took the set 6-3. He had also took the second set. Third needed a tiebreak on serve. Raonic attacking. Volley into the net. McDonald gets the mini break. 5-4 McDonald. Raonic back at the net. Fails to put away the point. McDonald blasts the winner. Raonic drops the third 7-5 in the tiebreak after holding serve to start the fourth. Raonic slips along the baseline, still wins the point. Raonic, he's battled injuries. He's okay. On serve, Raonic back at the net. McDonald's passing shot. Clips it. Raonic just puts it over for the winner. Raonic had it from there. Moves into the quarterfinals for the third year in a row, where he'll take on John Isner.
It's definitely not pleasant. It's not enjoyable. You can not gain any rhythm, these kind of things, but I'm aware he feels the same way. So I think we're sort of both playing with the same type of fire, and it's about who can sort of temper the other guys better. It's gonna come down to really being disciplined with yourself, and just because opportunities arise, if you let the other guy be the aggressor and you get passive, it's gonna hurt you pretty quickly.
Raonic, 1-3 against the American. Their most recent meeting at the Cincinnati Masters in 2016. I didn't know Raunic's career earnings were already over $16 million.
The Uniqlo man, the $300 million over 10-year deal recently signed with the Japanese clothing company Roger Federer, has won his last 29 sets at Wimbledon facing Adrian Mannarino. Great stretch. Federer has not been broken once at Wimbledon. A few games later, down 4-3, facing double break point. Inside out forehand, he'd come back to hold, then at 4-all, seeking the first break of the set. Going down the line, beautiful. Federer reaches his 16th career Wimbledon quarterfinal, taking it in straight sets. Federer has now won 32 straight sets at Wimbledon. 32 straight sets. That is too shy of his own record of 34 straight sets, set between 2005 and 2006, which leads us to the matchups for the men's quarterfinals. And if you're TSM, and you have all these quarterfinals, you'll love how this might set up for the final, because you could get Federer, Raonic, Djokovic, Nadal, right? In the semis. That would be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? Well, let's hope for that.
On the women's side of the All England Club, history, as this will be the first Grand Slam in the open era, that's 50 years, where there's not a single top 10 player left. Not one, meaning Serena Williams, in just her fourth tournament back since becoming a mother, if she just plays at 40% Serena level, she has this in the bag, right? You would think so. Taking on Eugenia Rodinha, Serena riding a 17-match winning streak at Wimbledon. She's won the title in her last 2 appearances in 15 and 16 on serve in the first. Forehand. Catches the line. Took the set 6-2. She's yet to drop a set through 3 rounds. Rodinha, another mother on the tour who came back after giving birth. Second set, Rodinha down a break. Passes Serena with the forehand. 7-time champ. Showing respect. Very next game, Serena. Backhand winner. Wins her 90th career match at Wimbledon in straight sets. And they clipped that off, and then the interviewer said, and stay-at-home dads, too, right? It had nothing to do with the conversation.
Yeah, just let it die right there.
Yeah.
They are the best team in baseball right now, and they're having the most fun, too. The Red Sox campaign to win the fan vote for the final American League All-Star spot for Andrew Benintendi has resulted in hilarious tweets like this one, where teammates took pictures of him sleeping on the Red Sox plane with the hashtag Vote Benny. Red Sox are hosting the Rangers on Monday, and it's the former Blue Jays Steve Pearce. With his first home run as a member of the Red Sox, it's into the monster seats. It's 2-0 Boston. Same score, top 5, Delino, DeShields, liner to short, Sander, Bogarts. Eduardo Rodriguez appreciates that. Next batter, Elvis Andrus. Lifts one to left center field, Mookie Betts. Covering a lot of ground. E-Rod, as they're calling Eduardo Rodriguez, tosses 5 2/3 scoreless, bottom 8. This guy is incredible. JD Martinez, not JT Martinez, but JD Martinez, 3-run shot. What a first half. He leads all of baseball with 28 home runs and 77 RBIs. Boston has won 7 straight.
It says way more than words.
I'll say. I remember when you first gave me that look. Hey, it's time for the World Cup of Noodles. Walkover clock.
What are your favorite noodles? Like if you're making a pasta.
Oh, I like a cacio e pepe, like a spaghetti cacio e pepe.
I'm a linguine guy.
Okay. Well, I think you could make linguine cacio e pepe. You know what? I like ramen. Like, I love ramen.
A good ramen?
Oh,
really
man. Man, the Momofuku ramen.
Now for the rest of the stories you need to know.
Guess Tim has had enough of our ramen chat.
Time for the Jan Dan newsreel. LeBron James officially signed his 4-year, $153.3 million contract with the Lakers. His management team, Clutch Sports, tweeted out the photo of LeBron sitting with Lakers GM Rob Pelinka and his agent, Rich Paul. The Lakers posted this photo of James in his new jersey. His agent, in that picture, everyone is criticizing him for not looking very
Rich
happy.
Paul looks so sad for a guy who's making 10% of 153 or whatever it is.
Yeah, there he is.
Rich, smile.
Anyway, they got it signed.
Rich's watch alone is reason to be happy.
Yeah.
I'm sure we just caught him in a bad moment. Okay, the assault charge against Blue Jays pitcher Roberto Osuna has not been resolved. The case has been put over until August the 1st. The next hearing date, that's the next hearing date. Osuna was not in the court hearing Monday, but he was represented by his lawyer, Dominic Basile. Osuna was arrested and charged on May the 8th for assaulting a woman. He has not pitched since being arrested, but is eligible to come off his 75-game suspension August the 5th. And he's actually eligible to begin playing in the Jays minor league system as early as July the 14th.
Former Humboldt Broncos assistant coach Chris Beaudry has been named assistant coach of the Melville Millionaires of the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League. In a section of a note he sent out on his Twitter account Monday, Beaudry thanked the Broncos players, coaches, and staff that were victims of the April 6th bus crash, saying, quote, "I love you all with my heart. We are a family no matter what. I'll be there to support every one of you whenever you need it." In other news, Jaskrit Sidhu, the 29-year-old truck driver that is facing 29 criminal charges in connection with the Humboldt Broncos bus crash, set to make his first court appearance in Melfort, Saskatchewan on Tuesday morning. That's been the Jay and Dan newsreel. John Tavares says being the Leafs captain, never a part of the Toronto sales pitch. But it's been part of the debate since he chose the Leafs on Canada Day. While Austin Matthews was thought to be the heir apparent in Toronto, or rumblings about his unhappiness at the end of last season. His agent, Bobby Orr, asked about if Matthews would feel slighted by not getting the seat.
That's a bunch of bull. Austin is thrilled. He's working out, getting ready. The team is going to be a little different, but a very good team with JT there, and he is thrilled. And again, this bull about being upset about this and being upset about that, and the captaincy. That's so wrong. Shouldn't be happening. They're a good team. They're going to be a very good team, and John puts them closer to their goal, and that's what Austin is concerned about.
We were wondering, or I was, had Austin's agent ever, I know Austin had a different agent until very recently, had Austin's agent ever definitively said he wanted to play in Toronto long term? I don't know if I had ever heard that, and maybe I'm wrong. I'm often wrong. We have a whole segment at the end of our show where I'm wrong. But if you're a Leaf fan, you have to be happy hearing Bobby Orr say he wants to stay in Toronto long term. And now that World Cup Final Four, maybe not everyone would have predicted that Final Four. It might not have been what everyone expected. It certainly wasn't expected by one certain retailer.
Come on down to Discount Sports Apparel Warehouse World Cup blowout sale. We're stripping our mannequins and emptying our shelves of all World Cup soccer attire because teams we thought would make it to the finals have been eliminated. Germany gear, get out of here. If it says Peru, it's free for you. The weird-looking statues of Ronaldo, marked down to Go Naldo. No Spain, no gain. Everything Mexico must Mexi-go. Clothes to dressy Messi. We want Maradona. Brazil flip-flops. We don't want them Neymar. Who knew Croatia was this good? England usually loses in penalty kicks. We didn't order enough Belgium stuff. We always forget about France. Discount Sports Apparel Warehouse World Cup sale. We only make money once every 4 years and we blew it.
We always forget about France.
Always forget about France. When we come back, Summer League takes an ugly turn for the Raptors, a pretty nasty injury. Stay tuned to see that. Vegas Summer League, Raptors and Thunder.
And they trail by 13 on Anunoby.
OG Anunoby. 4 for 10 from 3. Just before halftime, throwing it down. OG Anunoby, 19 points. Second half, the intensity begins to pick up. Anunoby tied up with Dakari Johnson. Some pushing, some shoving. Dan maintaining, those are the same thing. Late third. This injury for Malcolm Miller is scary. Lands awkwardly. He played 15 games for the Raps last season. He left with a dislocated shoulder. Look at the reaction from the bench. When he turns, you'll see there's sort of like it does not look good. There's like a dent in the shoulder. It doesn't look good.
Yeah, good to judge an injury by the reactions because those guys have seen it all. These are the Jannies. Corey Dickerson sends one to the gap. Adam Eaton dives. Comes up just a little bit short.
Our favorite, least favorite plays. Top 5. I'm on the wrong thing. Yankees, Orioles. Clint Frazier destroys his bat.
Now, this is a bad defensive play in Tampa, but if anything happens with a fly ball in Tampa, it should be eliminated.
Yeah, this shouldn't count. It's not fair.
Yeah, Nick Castellanos. When are they going to implode that stadium?
Yeah.
Play rather distribution on the line.
Producer Tim, what were you saying?
And they will double up.
Just mutter some things, and I don't know.
And
Okay, I won't tell you what he just muttered there because it's not appropriate for television. Plays of the week time. Play of the week for me. My daughter's selling lemonade outside our house, which I took a video of, which Jennifer Hedger said, it kind of looks like a horror movie due to the cat in the shot. Well, we made it into a horror movie trailer. Enjoy.
Lemonade! Lemonade! I saw lemonade! Lemonade! Come get your lemonade! I saw lemonade!
You can call it the heebie-jeebies or just bad luck. But if you made our list, you left us wondering, how'd you miss that? See you next time.
far side is Blanco. Shibalani goes this side to Rios. Rios can finish. Rios back across, loose, still loose. Drop. Oh my, cleared. Becker's got it. Back again. Shibalani. Oh, off the post. Still loose. What in the world? Woo. I got lightheaded on that one. I really did.
Good for you. North Carolina FC. How did you miss? That's our top 10. But before we get to that, it's time for another edition of Are They Related, our popular segment. Today's contestants are myself and Sask Power Vice President Troy King. This one submitted by Shooterbot on Twitter. Dan, are we related?
Yeah, it looks like you're more chill brother, like, hey, I'm Kingy.
That's probably how he introduces himself. Well, I should know. I grew up with the guy. He was always there for me.
Kingy will get us into the party.
Yeah, Kingy will get us past the bouncer. He'll talk his way in.
The foul, 2 fouls will go.
Kingy getting the keg tonight.
That's at least 5 shots at the rim.
76ers missed a bunch of shots.
Division 5 basketball in Belgium. This should be good.
This is pretty amazing.
Sure, grabbing a miss free. This guy tries scoring on his own net. He misses 4 shots in a row.
2012 Deutsche Bank Championship. Charles Schwartzel misses a 3-foot birdie. All right, this one for par. No problem.
Watch this.
No. Okay. How about the left-handed tap in? This is where it's a mistake. No. Okay, don't hit it while it's rolling. Don't hit it while it's rolling.
Double.
Okay,
Yes.
there you go. Double.
From this year's playoffs, James Neal, wide open net. Oh, man. Wow. Hit the post. And the Caps went on to win that game and the cup.
Watch at your own risk. This is very difficult to believe. This was again at 1.
Unfortunately, as you can see, Ernie is battling with the yips, and if you could not just go and tap it in, and you do the same again.
A total of 7 putts.
That's what happens when you have the heebie-jeebies.
Even when that happens to Ernie Els, he's still chill about it.
He's like Kinger.
Rob Davidson in the Niles Leafs game beats Vesa Toskala. Boy, those Islanders jerseys were just awful.
Roger back to throw, has a man open in the end zone, caught, touchdown, dropped in the end zone. Jackie Smith all by himself. Oh, bless his heart, he's got to be the sickest man in America.
The Cowboys settled for a field goal and wound up losing the Super Bowl by 4 points.
And here we go, Game 6, 86 World Series. Vin Scully on the call, Mookie Wilson at the dish. Roller to first, through the legs of Bill Buckner. Mets went on to win Game 7. They went on to win the World Series. No, what's his name? Patrick Steffen?
See, those are moments. The pros, just like you and I.
No, they're not. They're better.
We did a podcast. We just taped it on Monday night. My brother Vince showed up. Stephen Caldwell shows up. It's a good one.
Great. Engineer Jim, too.
Engineer Jim is there as well.
It's the worst play of the day. Dan called it. This shouldn't be the worst play of the day. It's not fair.
It's the Trop.
Tropicana Field. It's garbage. Nick Castellanos loses it in the roof. Would have ended the inning. Instead, 2 runners score.
It's a stupid rough. Highlight of the night. Ground ball goes off Joey Votto's glove, but Scooter Jeanette. Scooter. You know, with a name like Scooter, he's good at baseball.
Look at this again. That was a tremendous
Your name's
play.
Scooter?
Isn't that what's his given name?
If your name's Scooter or Lefty.
Or Chip. Dan, you blew it when you called all of our coworkers characters earlier. I disagree with that. I think that's a compliment. They are a bunch of characters, a bunch of wonderful characters that we value very much. And I blew it. 2 names I messed up. J.D. Martinez and Michael Kempney. I apologize to both those gentlemen. I know they like watching the show. I know they're fans of the program. So, sincere apologies to you guys and all the characters working here on Jay and Dan.
Oh, he's a stats guy.
Yeah, he's a stats
Oh, I don't like him. I don't want him. I want
We don't
the
either.
questions